It's Mike Flanagan season once again over on Netflix, but has the TV horror auteur outdone himself with the fall of the House of Usher, or is he finally running out of steam? Following the breakout success of the Shirley Jackson adaptation The Haunting of Hill House, Flanagan returned to Netflix with a number of other spooky tales, and most recently opened the doors to his final cursed house in The Fall of the House of Usher. Loosely based on the collected works of Edgar Allan Poe, the series explores the corrupted legacy of pharmaceutical magnate Roderick Usher and the grim deaths of his spoiled adult children.
If we don't stop her now, you won't have a family left.
Flanagan is known for slow burn stories that are heavy on emotion, but House of Usher is a little different, in Flanagan's own words. Hill House is kind of a string quartet, and The Haunting of Bly Manor is this delicate, kind of beautiful piece of classical piano music, and The Fall of the House of Usher is heavy metal. This latest serving of scares certainly has a lot more gore than any of Flanagan's previous works, with a moody Italian tinge to the horror and plenty of dark concepts from the pages of Poe's work. The Fall of the House of Usher hit Rotten Tomatoes with a score of 91%, putting it just barely behind The Haunting of Hill House, which sits at 93%. Let's take a closer look at what critics and fans are saying about the melancholy The Fall of the House of Usher. Slash film critic Chris Evangelista was underwhelmed by The Fall of the House of Usher, describing it as one of Flanagan's lesser series and pinpointing the shared directing duties as a consistent point of weakness. The show was given a final score of 5.5 out of 10 in our review. House of Usher brings back many familiar faces from Flanagan's past works, including Bruce Greenwood, who played Gerald in Gerald's Game, and replaced actor Frank Langella as Roderick Usher after Langella was fired due to alleged sexual misconduct. Washington Post critic Lily Loughborough praised Greenwood's performance, writing that he threads a tricky needle and that his framing scenes with Carl Lumbly's Auguste Dupin feel like a chess match. The AV Club's David Coate was less impressed, describing Greenwood as a sturdy, if rarely exciting performer who brings the requisite gravitas and flashes of remorse, but is too wholesome to sell the character's seedier side. House of Usher also drew criticism for its lack of surprises. The Huffington Post's Candace Frederick concluded that Usher is too straightforward and expected, and shockingly mundane, especially coming from Flanagan. There's an absence of dread when you know what's right around the corner every single time. There's plenty of appreciation to be found for the series' fun indulgence in gore and grisly fates, but several critics have pointed out there is a lack of much depth behind it. Slant's Laura Miller particularly criticized the series for failing to be an effective adaptation of Poe's work, writing, "None of these Poe citations have much resonance. Flanagan has taken works that are fundamentally about the horror of loneliness and turned them into occasions for florid family melodrama." Among fan discussions on Reddit, there's particular appreciation for a spooky moment early on in the season. No spoilers, but let's just say that many viewers found it genuinely freaky. One fan wrote, "It's that sort of shivering scare that makes me love Flanagan's work. It's quiet, subtle, and extremely effective." Flanagan famously hid dozens of ghosts in the background of scenes in The Haunting of Hill House, so fans of his work have been taught to keep one eye on the shadows. One fan posting on X, formerly known as Twitter, felt that House of Usher got off to a strong start, writing, "Everybody's gay, I love it already." Another X user, who binge-watched the whole series as soon as it released, experienced some ups and downs. "Loved the first episode, but wasn't sure how I felt about the series until the 6th episode. The finale was amazing. Episodes 2 through 5 are a bit of a slog, but stick with it. The last 3 are excellent. It may be great." The Fall of the House of Usher is streaming now on Netflix.